score 56-40. You're in the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here waiting for head coach Neil Alexander to make his way up here after a victory to improve to 2-1 on the season. Again, the Railers will be in action tomorrow night here at Roy S. Anderson to wind up the tournament. The Railers will play at 6:30 tomorrow night against Mahomet Seymour. The championship will be right after the Railers for 8:15. That'll be Mount Zion and Belleville West. Both Belleville West and Mount Zion 3-0 in the tournament. So they will battle it out after our game tomorrow. Scott saw some nice contributions from guys off the bench. Saucy with a nice game at 12.
Saucy with a big game tonight.
Bivin hasn't scored much in the first two games, but put up 12 here tonight. And really, I thought both him and Saucy were excellent on the boards.
Yeah, the coaching staff right now, they're just trying to find that, squad, that group of five that play well together. And, we could see different lineups, all year long, Josh, and right now they're just trying to figure things out. And when you got Saucy coming off the bench like that, and you got Nelson coming off the bench putting in 10, this is a team, we've talked about it Monday night. They're deep, and right now they're just trying to find a good combination to have out there.
The Railers, of course, play tomorrow night, 6:30. Then they're off for a week. The Railers are not back in action until December 3rd at Mattoon. That's next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday, December 3rd at Mattoon. That's a 7 o'clock start for the varsity. And then get into a little more regular schedule. Then the Railers are at home against Taylorville on December the 6th. Charleston travels to Lincoln on December the 9th, and then December 10th. So 3 games the following week. December 10th, we will travel to the Bowl in Jacksonville and take on the Crimsons over there.
Yeah, so it's been a while since we've been over there, hasn't it? The Bowl?
Yeah. I'm thinking I was there a couple of years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
a great place.
Yeah. It's not a great place to shoot though.
No, it's
tough.
And I think I've told you this before. Back where I'm from, Bushnell, it's the same exact setup as far as the bleachers and the bowl,
right.
And obviously that's where Coach Al was for several years. So, the shooting backdrop is not ideal, but that never bothered you, didn't you? You never saw a shot you didn't like.
I'm not saying I didn't like to shoot it. I just didn't like shooting there. They just didn't find the bottom of the net very much for me in Jacksonville. So, but yeah, no, you got to go there, and it'll be a game that the Railers, the old Central State 8 opponent, which will be back in next year. So,
well, 6:30 games tomorrow night. Obviously, we'd rather be playing at 8:15, but 6:30, not a bad time to start. So, I tell you what, let's take another commercial break, about a minute, as Coach Al makes his way up here. So we'll take another quick break, and we'll talk to Coach Al after these messages.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Welcome back to Royce Anderson Gymnasium. Coach Neil Alexander Court, as Coach joins us tonight.
With a smirk on his face, like he's got something important to tell us.
I don't know if it's because he saw me or what. It's usually the way it looks.
He's tired of seeing you.
Walk in the door, that's the look I get right there.
Tired.
But
I haven't seen him all year, but it's Christmas time.
Well, yeah he's expecting that present underneath the tree.
He did feed me yesterday as well. Coach, a little turkey hangover tonight. A big win, back in the win column, but at times just some sloppy basketball. Had a hard time taking care of the basketball. Fortunately, defensively, at times we looked good. We forced some turnovers on that end, but offensively, just not quite there yet.
Yeah, and again, defensively too. I mean, we play in spells and in possessions. We'd look good, and the next one down, it would just be totally opposite. So we got a lot to deal with, and the big thing is, I've said it before, this is a hard team to coach, not because they're bad kids, they're great kids, but who's going to play? I mean, tonight it was a totally different lineup, and I think that's going to happen, and there's going to be games where some or the game fits them better than another individual, so we'll just have to see and keep trying to get better, and as long as the kids stick with it and believe in what we're doing, which has always been successful. So I don't see, it's a tough job to do this year.
Well, Saucy comes off to the bench and has a great night for you. And as a coaching staff, I think you just kind of mentioned it, Coach. You guys are still trying to figure out this lineup, and a good five to be out there in a good rotation. Only 3 games in. I know it's got to be frustrating for you, but you do have a deep bench. I don't know if that's a good thing to have, but right now it's just a matter of finding which 5 to get on the court.
Yeah, and there's different fives that fit different styles that's being played, and that's hard. Okay, we're playing a man-to-man team, a run and jump. Okay, who's the 5 that's best against that, or who's against a zone or full court pressure? But Jake Bivens had a great game too.
Yes.
After about the first 4 minutes, he kind of settled down and had a great game. I don't know what he had rebounding wise, but he was good and big on the boards.
Offensive boards.
Yeah, offensive boards for Jake, 6 or 7 of those. And any time, I think, Coach, if you can get 12 points and 6 or 7 rebounds from him, and I know Tyler was big on the boards as well tonight. Cook saddled with some foul trouble for quite a bit of the second quarter and then a lot of the second half, really. And it was not Scott and I talked about it, is you don't want your best player on the bench, but at some point it's probably going to happen, and these guys got to learn to play through that, and the nice addition of Saucy tonight sure helped that.
Yeah, he really did. He played well, and we had some letdowns. Everyone had some letdowns on what they have to do, but those 2 kids I thought were the bright lights of tonight, and done a great job. But we played hard. Can't question our effort. We just got to be able to do some things a little bit better.
Coach, you talked about a little bit of the inconsistent shooting that we've seen so far. Have you been able to work on a lot of shooting for the first 2 weeks? Just, you're trying to cram everything in, and is it a lack of some practice, or we just got to get a little more time to get in shooting?
No, we shoot every day about 30 minutes, and they got to realize they got to shoot at game speed, and we're about 3/4 speed instead of worrying about getting out there and getting up there, get your feet set and get a quick shot, because people don't let us set. Another skill that we're really working on is our passing skills, because that is so important to a shooter, and you got to pop the ball. I mean, you got to snap the ball. You throw a lazy pass, the defense is in your on your lap as soon as you catch it, and you're not going to get a good look, or you got to rush the shot. So we got to get better at good passing skills to hit them right in the pocket to where they can step right into their shooting.
Well, a lot of lazy passes tonight, Coach, as the defense was able to kind of, gauge and scope those out, but fought through it, and things you got to work on. And tomorrow night you're going to play for the third place game at 6:30 against a Mahomet Seymour team that we know quite well.
Yeah, play your own tournament, play 2 conference schools. What a deal. But it just worked out that way, and we knew when they joined us that could happen. But next year there'll only be 2 from the Apollo, and we can separate them, and then if we play them, it's no big deal. But we wanted to take Mount Zion. We knew they were going to have a good ball club here, and they're really solid. Boy, they got 2 kids that haven't even seen the floor yet that'll start for them. So they are very, very skilled and very young. They're 2 guards or sophomores. A big kid off the bench is a freshman, and I think they only got 3 seniors at all on that whole squad. So Cuddy would be a big one to lose because he's an excellent shooter, but he hadn't played yet. So we'll just keep. We got to worry about ourselves and just continue to get better and do the right things.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us. We're going to let you get out of here and get home and get ready for tomorrow. Again, 6:30, the Railers will take on the Bulldogs from Mahomet Seymour here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium for the third place game.
All right, Coach, thanks again, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. As like Josh mentioned, we'll take on Mahomet Seymour. That's going to do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night at 6:30 as the Railers are at home again to take on the Bulldogs from Mahomet Seymour. Broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting at 6 p.m. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer, director Joe Lee, and Josh Komnick, this is Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby on the camera. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 56, Belleville Althoff 40. The Railers now stand at 2-1. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and would like to thank our listeners for listening and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you to patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Railer basketball.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.